This is a topic that I've been asked a lot about, but yet to cover. And unfortunately, I know a lot of people are not going to like this video, because as always, the fantasy is not as exciting as the reality. The simple reality is, when it comes to these so-called clone celebrities, if anything, they're just doubles. It's not feasible. God created this way that this is not possible. And again, the elite love it when people fall for this. And again, this is something that's not going to be popular with a lot of my subs. They want to believe this is possible. It's not. If anything, it's just mind games that's taking place. Possibly doing it for convenience, for their own personal reason. Maybe one of these celebrities wants to step out of the spotlight, take a break, take a vacation, have a stand-in. Maybe there's some dispute behind the scenes and they no longer want to perform anymore. There's many reasons to why they are replaced. There's a lot of people I'm sure have seen already Yash Khora and his video about cloning. To me, it's a nice piece of fiction, just making up things as he goes along, shows no evidence for what he speaks on, just a storyteller. Just take a look at this. I'll break some of it down.
You don't think lizards from the demigods exist? The only way that these demigods can live, they have to get into a human format, because they life as reptiles.
This has already been debunked. This is no reptilian. Okay? Give me a break.
It's only so long. They have to be able to be in a human format to live for a long time. And once they get in a human format, they clone that human over and over again. Did y'all know that Gaddafi, he was cloned?
Where's your proof of that? Where's your proof that Gaddafi was cloned?
I'm going to lay it on you, because a lot of y'all think you want to hear some good stuff, but sometimes y'all just want entertainment. I'm not entertainment. I'm going to give it to you from the hip. Farrakhan is chipped. He got the same chipping process as Gaddafi.
How do you know that?
The real Farrakhan.
Why? He's always been a puppet going along with the plan. Just take a look at this one presentation by Farrakhan exposing the Star of David, and right behind him, what do you see? 666. The puppet is part of the game. He's not cloned. He's not chipped. Unless you have evidence to support it, you're just blowing hot air. That's all you're doing.
Farrakhan, and keep, because they want to work his mind. The man is very intelligent. See, a lot of times they want to keep you alive just to pimp your brain. And when they put you under hypnosis and MLK and they can chip you, you're totally submissive to them.
Just a puppet. Been on TV forever. Part of the Divine and Conquer. That's the role of Louis Farrakhan.
Do you know when they put a chip in your body that they can go all the way back 30, 40 years and you can tell them things that you didn't want to tell them? This is how powerful their technology is. Once they become a human, they can stay in that human body for a very long time. But if that human body were to get crashed or killed, which they wouldn't because they got powers, don't get it twisted. Okay? But if they did, they have about 5 more lined up. The first cloning may take, I think when they first clone a human being, it takes 3 to 6 months. Maybe sometimes a year, depending on the
oh yeah, this guy's a clone. This guy, because he swallowed a bug, he's a clone. Give me a break.
Technology, but usually with the technology they got, between 6 to 7 months to clone a human being. They need their tissues, their brain cells and all that. They'll clone a human. Okay? After that first human is cloned, they can clone you every...
Now, you just saw those eyes move like that. With recent technology, it's very easy to do. Why didn't we see that in any of the news from the 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s? It's just recent because technology has brought that on. It's, again, things are very simple to explain if people understand and look at the big picture.
3 hours thereafter. So if they want to make 20 of you, they could. Michael Jackson that y'all saw dancing with James Brown, that was a clone. They had to keep fixing on it because the clone was breaking down. He wasn't going into surgeries. See, clones also can't gain weight. So basically what they did, they had to keep doctoring on the clone of Michael who was alive the one that was dancing with Michael, or the dance with James Brown. Okay, that Michael Jackson, that wasn't the real Michael. Matter of fact, when they cloned Michael, that clones don't grow hair. So in other words, however they clone you, whatever you have, that's how you're going to come out.
Clones don't grow hair. Okay. All these celebrities that we see with longer hair, I guess those are just extensions of these supposed clones. Okay.
That's just how the clone produced. So in other words, if you're a person that have long hair, however they clone you, that's how the clone gonna look. When they cloned Michael Jackson, his hair was never attached, because the first Michael Jackson that was cloned, his head was 3rd to 4th degree burn in Pepsi commercial. He lost half his head. I mean,
he didn't lose half his head. Hair Fire didn't lose half his head. Give me a break. And here's the footage when Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire. Again, he didn't lose half his head.
His skin disease, because his skin didn't look the same. His body, they changed everything about him. In the end, when Michael,
and as you can see at this point, Michael Jackson, basically his hair is no longer on fire. They put it out pretty quick. Again, did not lose half his head. All this stuff, people need to look with their eyes and think with their own brain and not believe everything people hear on the internet. He keeps going on and on about the cloning. Again, not reality.